In this next section, we'll talk about the basics of publishing schedules to BrightSign players. We've mentioned earlier that there are a number of ways to reach a BrightSign player with a new schedule. You can publish directly to a memory card. You can publish directly to a player over your local area network. You can publish to players anywhere in the world through a web server set up as a publishing point. We call this simple file networking. Or you can publish to players anywhere in the world using the BrightSign network service, our hosted service. Before we talk about the specifics of publishing, though, to any of these methods, I need first to discuss some basics about BrightSign calendaring and scheduling in general. These principles apply to all 4 publishing methods. We find ourselves now at my desktop, and I'm going to start BrightAuthor. BrightAuthor has, under the Publish tab, a calendar that you can work with. This calendar goes as far into the future as you need it to. You can choose any date into the future, or simply click on the Today button to bring you quickly to today. This calendar normally opens empty and is ready for you to schedule work to take place at a particular time and on particular days. No matter how I publish, whether I'm publishing directly to a player or publishing via a networked method, the basics of working with this calendar are the same. I browse to available projects and I drop them on the schedule. I can double click a project and I can make choices regarding that project's recurrence. If I do nothing, it simply inherits the single hour where I dropped it. But if I double click, I can say, for example, I want this project to be active all day, every day, which will flood the calendar with the project that I'm working or that I selected. Or I could instead choose, let me delete this, there it's gone. I can choose a recurrence pattern. I want this to run every day beginning today until, let's say, the last day in April. And now the schedule absorbs this event every day at that time. And if we look forward to the last day of April, you'll see that it ends on April 30th and there's nothing on April 1st in this spot. I'm going to delete that event, jump back to today. I can drag any number of projects to any arrangement of dates and times that makes sense according to what I need to do. I can drag these to start and stop as needed, and I can individually edit by double clicking. I can get very granular here. I can edit to the minute. I want this to start at 9:34 and I would like it to run until 1:18, for example. That's allowed and will show up on the schedule this way. Or I can simply allow players to fill the 30-minute chunks that we give you. BrightAuthor will help you resolve conflicts. If I accidentally try to put something on top of something else, I get a message to keep the existing event, and adjust the new event, or remove any existing events. If I remove the existing event, the event that was there disappears and the new event is dropped in its place. I'm going to delete everything from the calendar, bring an event on, and choose all day, every day. That floods the calendar with this event into the future. And again, you'll note that what I'm dealing with is a calendar and different projects. For example, I have another folder on my machine here in my videos folder of other projects I've built, and you see here I've got quite a range of projects that I could choose and bring onto the screen to do different things. And then I could browse back to this folder on my desktop, the assets folder here on my desktop, and grab this training project that I've built. So it doesn't matter where on my machine they exist, BrightAuthor will be able to find the assets required for each of them, and we'll be able to build out this schedule. Now I've done all this work, and if I publish it and then leave Bright Author, I've just made a mistake, because opening Bright Author, that schedule is going to be gone. If I don't take the extra step of saving my schedule, it's lost. The player has it, and the player will run the schedule. But if I need to make a small change to something that I did, and I don't want to have to redo all that work, I need to first save the schedule. So I have a schedule saved from an earlier effort. I'm going to say open, choose the schedule. You have to know where it is. You choose the schedule and say open. And there it is as I saved it. Not very fancy and all day everyday schedule, but if I make changes, I can publish those, but I can also save this schedule. Then when I leave Bright Author and return, of course I'll be presented with an empty schedule, but I can open the schedule I had saved and go back to fix whatever mistake that I made or change whatever update. So I simply want to reinforce the importance of saving these schedules before leaving Bright Author. Once the schedule's ready as you want it to be, I'm going to set this to run all day every day, remove any conflicts, and save it. I can now proceed to schedule, and I'll schedule according to the method that I've set up my player, whether it's direct to a memory card, over the local area network, via simple file networking, or through the BrightSign network. And those will be the topics of the following modules.